Welcome to the Improviding Life podcast, where we explore how life can be more livable. This is Lori Crawford, your host. Hello, everyone. Oh gosh, have I been trying out a lot of things lately, and also realizing that I've been trying to do like a square peg inside of a jellyfish shaped hole, right? It's just not been working out, and really grateful for the few people that I have been working with that have helped me come to that realization, right? That it has been feeling forced, even though it was something where I like wanted to try it out, that the energy was just, it was still there, right? And so a week or so ago, this idea, like sometimes I just get episode title ideas, right? And then just like try to give it a little time to see what comes up and how that feels relevant for what I'm experiencing. And so this idea that grace is a practice and not a trait came up. And now I feel like that was planted as a seed that is going to be relevant for me, like with what I've been experiencing the past week or so, right? And so when this first came through, I was thinking of, like I was speaking with someone about miscongeniality, right? And there's that part where she's walking out of the airplane hangar in the purple dress that I want so badly and have never seen a dress like that, but the lilac little mini dress, right? And how she then like face plants, right? She trips and eats the asphalt and then gets back up and readjusts herself and is like, okay, I'm good, moving on, right? And visually that scene is almost showing like, oh look, she almost was graceful, right? But then of course she had to like fuck it up, right? Like that's sort of what we're seeing as an image. And so having that movie on my mind really came through, or what came through was, that scene and how so many times in my life I've been described as someone who's not graceful. I am clumsy. I've gotten less clumsy over time, and what I realized was the time that I was really clumsy or told I wasn't graceful, the grace was always used as physicality, right? And how it was about my body being seen as being in the wrong time or place for other people, right? It's like, oh, you're in my way, you're clumsy, or get out of my way. Is when I was trying to make myself small or make myself disappear or make myself get over or through something even faster was when clumsiness happened, right? So like there's like a technical term, yes, a proprioception of knowing where your body is in time and place. And I had started to resent, I was told really to resent and disconnect from my body so much that I had lost all innate sense of proprioception. So yes, clumsiness can be a byproduct of that, of not being aware of where your body is in space and time, of how you're moving, of trying to rush through and make yourself small. Like that is a very practical byproduct of trying to not exist in your body or trying not to even have a body, right? Like, of course, moving it is going to feel clunky and sort of mechanic and not fluid. And so, I was having these thoughts and realizing, well, shit, now that I have a physical practice and really mental practice, like a full relationship with my body of like, okay, I see that my body is mine. It is both a vessel for my brain and my spirit, and also like it's a cool, rad part of me, and taking back ownership and really communing with my body, that my sort of my incident rate, so to speak, of clumsiness has really shifted because, my yoga mentor that was on last week's episode, Felicia Savage Friedman, shared out and really facilitated that training with this idea of honor your transitions. It really is about, instead of just rushing from here to there because you're expected to be quote, quote, on time, check in with your body. What do you need? Are you really thirsty? Did you need to poop all day and you haven't? Have you eaten? And also part of honoring your transitions is physically making sure like you're getting up in a way that's safe for your body, or that you're not like trying to skip stairs to run down to catch the next bus, whatever that looks like, right? And so as my proprioception has started to become a thing because I'm now relating with my body, so I'm more aware and I'm honoring my transitions and really asking myself what's the safest way to go about doing something, what feels like the best way to go about doing something. Now I'm realizing that grace is a practice, not a trait, right? I had been given the label of being ungraceful as if it was this trait I could never have, right? And also this realization that grace is not just something that's about a body, right? Grace can be on how you decide to handle a situation, how you decide to navigate a situation. And so I'm really at this point now where I'm realizing, like, yes, the past 2 or 3 weeks, it could look like I did a lot of work for nothing. It could look like I was trying to make that, that square peg fit in the jellyfish hole. And I could be really harsh on myself. I could say, oh, I wasted all this time. I could have been more attentive with Mercury. I could have been cleaning my house. I could have been doing it, just fill in other things I could have been doing. But right now, I'm being asked to practice grace with myself. Yes, there's the grace of how my body can move through space and time. There's also the relational grace of being kind to myself, having kinder thoughts, having kinder choices of how I'm interacting with my body and my spirit as well. So I just wanted to share out this quick episode for anyone who has had that type of experience before, where you're realizing that something has been labeled to you where it seems like it's a trait you just will never have it. You just didn't get it. Oops, we forgot that ingredient when we made you, right? Is there actually room to explore that as how it can be a practice? And are you practicing it? Do you have the skill set to practice that? And what could that look like? Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, have a razzle-dazzle day. And if that's not accessible, you can put an F on front and have a frazzle-dazzle day.